Alright, so I know it's kind of late in the game to finally be doing some voice into these Let's Play videos, but I didn't think I would make it this far, and so I thought I'd give it a shot. Right now, I just entered the Reknor dungeon. Never done this dungeon, not sure exactly what we're going to find here, but the summoner class seems pretty good at taking on challenges from a distance and letting these meat-shielded minions suck up all the damage and pretty much leave the summoner pretty safe, so we're going to keep messing around with that and see how far we can get. Alright, so I like to use Earth size to get an idea of what corners might be coming up and where to do some, I guess corner casting is what they call it, which is pretty handy because it allows me to stay out of harm's way but check around corners and see if the minions start to engage, which he didn't there, so we should be safe. Alright, so got two guys, an orc archer and an assassin, so I'm going to drop down the drake to give us some protection and then summon from this corner. Right now we're blinded, can't see stealth, so let's go ahead and remove, oh, we don't have any physical removers. So this guy, alright, so we'll just keep summoning until we get an idea what's going on. There we go. Alright, so it looks like we cleared these guys. So we'll explore a little bit. Oh, we got a rare here. Alright, so let's get some guys in range. Go ahead and turn on frantic summoning to reduce the cooldown of our summons, and nature's balance, which also helps reduce the cooldown as well. So it looks like we just got summoned creatures right on top of us, so let's go ahead and use phase Thor to back up a little bit. Looks like he came with us. So one thing I like to do is summon dragons, or the drake I guess, and you can actually switch places with them even though I'm pinned to the ground over here, which is helpful when you're trying to put distance between yourself and the enemy. Alright, so that worked out pretty good. Let's go ahead and enrage our drake here to give us some, boost some of the stats to help take out these guys. Some minotaur, provide some healing here for our minions with the turtle, because I have Master Summoner active in Grand Arrival, which gives each of the summons different abilities when you summon them, which is kind of useful. Alright, so looks like we took out those guys. Use Earth Eyes. Check around. Okay, he's moving forward, so there must be somebody down here, yep. So let's see if we can summon our Flame Spitter to the side to do some damage. Looks like we got him. Oh, got an archer on this side. Let's summon some drakes to put some distance between us. Hopefully suck up some arrows in case they launch some. Another Flame Spitter. Alright, so summon the drake, let's enrage it. And we'll go ahead and cast this ability off of a ring I picked up, which gives characters nightmares, which I found to be pretty useful. So I did see the chest, but I'm trying to clean up some of the mobs around this area, just in case we need to use a teleportation to get out of trouble. It'll help minimize the chance of teleporting into worse trouble. Okay, so we look pretty good here. One thing that I do like is I did take the heightened senses and piercing sight and I think that heightened senses has been pretty good. It's allowed me to see creatures in a radius, which has really helped me stay out of trouble, and even see things through walls, which is kind of handy. I'd recommend it, at least so far, you know, and it helps give you the upper edge to avoid situations you don't want to be in. Alright, let's open the chest. So these are all level 34 Elite or Grandmaster Assassins. Watch out for that guy. Looks like he... typical poison stealth user. So let's phase door out. That didn't work very well. So I'm going to go ahead and use the same trick where we summon the drakes and then switch places with them. And then summon a Hydra and switch place with it. Summon the Flame Spitter and the Minotaur. Looks like we got it all. Okay, cool. So I'm going to rest a little bit. Make sure all my stuff's on cooldown. Use Nature Eyes. So, summon some guys here. So I gotta watch out for this mage. So I'm gonna go ahead and go ahead and use my movement infusion and break line of sight. So I really don't want to be hit by any of the spells. Let's see if we can just summon a whole horde of creatures to take these guys out. Okay, they're coming back to me, so it should be good. Okay, so use Earth Eyes again. So I'm going to use Earth Eyes, and then these guys don't see anything, so we should be pretty safe here. Okay, so there's nothing down there. Let's go over here around this left side. Alright, another chest. Cool. Let's go ahead and Earth's Eyes. It also can be used to find hidden rooms, like that looks like it might be a hidden room. It's kind of handy. Alright. So this guy, let's go ahead and phase door out, with a little bit of distance between us. Plus, like when you use the phase door, you get the out of phase, which helps boost your resistance and damage, or defense in this case, which is kind of handy. I would highly recommend, if you go the anti-magic route that I've gone, this wild gift anti-magic, trying to pick up some items that will give you some type of teleportation or movement outside of the movement infusion. So I've got this Torque of Psychoportation, which I've been using to teleport, as well as the Serpentine Cloak, which gives me the phase door. Once I hit level 36, I'm planning on using my last category point to unlock the Wild Gift Summoning Augmentation to get phase summon, so you can summon a creature and then switch places with it. But I'm not there yet, but so far the cloak and I guess the torque have been working out pretty well. Alright, took him out. So let's go over here to the left. Go ahead and use Earth's Eyes, and then we'll go ahead and summon around this corner. So the Flame Spitter is not moving, so that's a good sign that they're engaging. So once they start coming back, usually, you know, that means that any type of combat is done. So there are enemies in there, so let's go ahead and use the pickaxe and see what we can find. Alright, gonna summon the Drake. Go ahead and put it enraged. Got it, no problem. Okay, nothing else in here. Oh, missed the gold. Alright, so I moved a little bit carelessly there, but it's okay. So we've got another rogue. Looks like he's got some... Let's inspect him. Let's go ahead and summon the Minotaur and rage him. So he's close distance, closer than I wanted to. So I'm going to summon the tree and switch places. That worked pretty well. Alright, he just healed himself, so let's put a status on him. So we just put Brain Locked, Walking Nightmare, and Confused, and I'm not entirely sure. Let's see. Renders a random talent unavailable. Confused is pretty obvious. And Walking Nightmare deals 28 mind damage each turn, 31% chance to cause random detrimental effect. Okay. So we'll summon Flame Spitter, and that should finish it. Okay, great. So I always try to come out with the Drake first if I'm worried about ranged attacks or trying to keep distance between me and the enemy. It's been working pretty well. Alright, let's come back over here to the right. I'm gonna go ahead and rest a while. Did we come across somebody else? Okay. Yeah, I think it's always a good idea to rest to make sure that all the abilities that you might want are off cooldown. Like, for example, I just accidentally put the Crown of Command on activation, which I didn't mean to do, and it's been a pretty handy artifact so far. It takes out 2 stuns a days or pen effects, and it makes you immune to the stuns and days and pen effects for 2 turns, which has been pretty handy, especially when I fought the Master at the end of Dreadfall. Alright, use Earth size again, looks like pretty clear. Come up here and explore. So we got everything. Okay. So far, so good. Might be another secret room. Let's come down here and explore first. Yeah, between the AoE attack of the Drake and the Hydra, they usually can do quite a bit of damage, and sometimes take out entire mobs by themselves without having to summon anything else. It's been pretty handy. Alright. I'm gonna go ahead and auto-explore. Yeah, the only downside to Earth size is sometimes I'm not entirely sure where I've explored and where I haven't explored, so the auto-explorer kind of helps get around that. like we've explored everything. Alright, let's see what kind of items we picked up. I know some people like to look through their items as they pick them up, and I think if you're going up against a boss or going into an area where you know you need a specific item or artifact ability, then it's probably a good idea to do that. Here, using the summons, I feel pretty safe just kind of hanging back. But yeah, so let's see what we got here. I like keeping some of the daggers. Sometimes if I can wield them, if I have enough dexterity, because they can give good benefits in terms of stats to help you know, unlock some generic tree talents. Since I took the anti-magic, I can't wear arcane items. So let's see. So these boots look pretty good. The one thing about the summons is that they get some of your silence immunity, confusion immunity, and stun freeze immunity. But this, of course, is powered by arcane forces, so I can't use it. But this is stuff that I think is a good idea to keep an eye out for, because as long as you're not in the middle of the fighting, your pets will benefit from those stats. Alright, I might hold on to that for the constitution benefit. Alright. Cool. So I'm going to try to keep these videos to about 16 minutes to 20 minutes. So I'm going to go ahead and stop this one, and I'll pick it up on the next one.